hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. When the pigs try to get at you, park it like it's hot.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be making plantain porridge, and I'll be using 3 plantains. One of them is ripe, and I'll be using these 3 to make my plantain porridge. And also over here I have my cinnamon powder, I have my allspice, pimento, and over here I have my nutmeg, and I have a tin of milk, and over there on the fire I have my water boiling. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut these plantains, I'm gonna peel them. And plantain is a good source of iron, especially for pregnant and lactating mothers out there. So you just want to go ahead and you just want to make your plantain porridge so that you could have a lot of iron, so you do not have to have iron deficiency. Also, you could have this when you're pregnant and also after you have your baby. So I'm gonna go ahead and peel them. So now I've gone ahead and cut my plantains. I peel them. So now I'm gonna put them in the blender and I'm gonna blend them. So now guys, I have blended down my plantain. You see the consistency, it's nice and rich. I'm also gonna be adding a little bit of flour, and this porridge will take like 25 to 30 minutes and it will be ready, because plantain is easy, it's quick, it's precise. So now I'm gonna add it to the pot and I'm gonna stir. And you have to stir this constantly, guys. You have to stir it constantly. And over here I have a little bit of hot water. I'm gonna add if I need it. Also, for the persons who cannot drink sweet milk, you could also use almond milk to sweeten it with a little sugar, or you could also use coconut milk. I didn't have any coconut milk today, so I'm just gonna use my sweet milk. I'm also adding a little more water. And I'm gonna stir. You could also use a fork to stir it, guys, so as to get in between, because you don't want your porridge to be lumpy. That's why I'm stirring the porridge. You have to kind of stir it constantly so you don't have lumps in the porridge. You do not want your porridge to be lumpy. You want it to be nice and smooth with a flowing consistency. You can have fun while you're cooking. And feel free, if you want to put some whole milk inside of it too, you can also blend it with the whole milk if you like your porridge to be a lot milky. So I'm gonna add a quarter teaspoon of Canadian salt. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. And the reason for me stirring it, there are a lot of benefits, and the reason why I stir it, because what happens is when you do not stir it, guys, and if you do not cover it, it will spill up and it could burn you. So you want to make sure, and if you have to cover it, make sure you cover it like a halfway, like this. So I'm gonna cover it since I'm getting this sauce ready. I'm just gonna use a quarter teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna throw it on the pot. I just have this idea how much salt I'm supposed to use. So I didn't have to measure it, so yeah. So now I'm gonna put the salt in and I'm gonna stir it. And I'm gonna add a little more water for even consistency. Not to make it too thick, not to make it too thin. I'm also going to be adding all my ingredients, my nutmeg and cinnamon and all that good stuff. So now guys, I'm going to be adding a little bit of rice flour to make it hold together. And you could also use flour. Remember my t-shirt? So now I'm gonna be adding like 2 spoonfuls of rice flour in my blender over here. And I'm gonna be adding a 1/4 cup of water and I'm gonna blend. Remember I said you could also use white flour. You do not have to put any inside of it. You do not have to put rice flour or flour, but I did this to make the consistency a little more together. And while you're adding it, you want to make sure you stir it. And you want to make sure you check your pot, guys. You want to make sure your porridge is not burning the bottom. And you want to make sure you stir it. Especially when you put this in, you want to make sure you stir it so there is no lump inside of it. And I want to turn it so down low. Down low. Put it on low. Sorry for the mess a little bit. I have to clean as I go. As I told you, I have to clean as I go. And if there's any lump forming, in the porridge, you could just use a spoon, take it to the side and squeeze it to the side and melt them out. Squeeze it to the side like this, and you do this, and you melt them out. Squeeze them to the side and you just melt them out. And it's also better to use a fork. Just stir it. So guys, now I'm gonna put my nutmeg in. Right. So guys, I have gone ahead and I've sweetened my porridge and I've added my cinnamon. I've added my cinnamon and I've added my nutmeg and my milk. And I'm also gonna garnish my porridge with some bay leaves. So guys, over here I have my porridge And my porridge is ready. Look at the consistency of my porridge. Look at all the natural herbs inside my porridge. See how nice and thick my porridge is. And I can't wait to have my plantain porridge, which is packed with iron and nutrients, especially people who are suffering from iron deficiency, for mothers who is pregnant and lactating, and especially if you have your baby and you lost a lot of blood, you could also drink this porridge. It will give you a lot of natural iron inside your body. I'm gonna taste my porridge. So delicious. Guys, I'm telling you, you could have this for lunch with a slice of bread or whatever you want to have with it. You could also have it in the morning for breakfast with a French toast. And guys, I'm telling you, this is good. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, remember to go ahead and smash the subscribe button, tell a friend, tell a family member, and as always, thank you guys.